People will look back at this as the exact moment that last bit of Riverdale's innocence finally died.
Riverdale, the show your teenage sister watches religiously, but you just can't take seriously. A dark, modern adaptation of the Archie comics, written for teenagers on the CW. There's no way that's actually going to be any good, right? Let me start by saying Riverdale is not a traditionally good show. In fact, it's actually packed with CW trademarks. Everyone in the show is attractive, 16-year-olds are played by people in their 20s, and the dialogue is all but convincing.
In case you haven't noticed, I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in, and I don't want to fit in. Have you ever seen me without this stupid hat on? That's weird.
Yet, this show transcends those CW stereotypes and becomes something special. A self-aware teenage drama that engages you, makes you laugh, and then somehow actually interests you in what happens next. So what is it that makes Riverdale stand out from the others? First of all, it's just fun to look at. No, I don't mean the actors, although they're definitely not too bad either. I'm actually talking about the cinematography in the show. It's really quite good, actually. Riverdale is an adaptation of the Archie comics, and the cinematography references this heavily. Lighting gets used sparsely, which makes a bright color palette stand out. This is what gives the shots a comic booky style with overly bright popping colors, yet a dark setting. The set design and atmosphere add to this, by having a style that really is unique to Riverdale. The style and atmosphere doesn't really change much within the context of the show, but as a whole it really gives off the right vibe. From an overall point of view, the cinematography in this show is probably its best asset. However, it's far from what makes it stand out. Let's look at a much worse part of the show, one that somehow makes it more enjoyable. The acting and dialogue. The acting isn't great. It almost never really is in a teenage drama. But it's often what makes a teenage drama interesting for adults. The so bad it's good attitude makes it a guilty pleasure for most. Riverdale is no exception. It's filled to the brim with young actors that either are just starting out, don't really have much talent at all, or have yet to manifest their talents. In Riverdale's case, it's not always the actor's fault though. Dialogue in Riverdale definitely isn't great.
Check your sell-by date, ladies. Faux lesbian kissing hasn't been taboo since 1994.
Let's be honest guys, there's not a single Oscar winner that could have said that line convincingly. Guilty pleasure or not, bad acting is hard to really praise as something good. Cole Sprouse, Lily Reinhardt, Madeline Patch and a few of the smaller roles bring their lines as well as they possibly can. Or in other scenarios, realize how over the top their dialogue is and they're just going with it in all its cheese.
Oh well. Karma's a bitch.
Somehow the over the top acting actually adds to the charm of Riverdale, and this leads into what is possibly the most important reason of Riverdale's fun nature. Self-awareness. This show doesn't try to make sense, they don't mind going overboard. Hell, the writers seem to live for going overboard. It's like they decided to make the show a big joke, disguised as something serious, and everyone is in on it, I guess. I mean, come on. You mean to tell me Cole Sprouse isn't in on it? He knows what he's doing, he's one of us. But that's the real beauty of this show. Its self-awareness makes for some incredibly creative ways of solving problems, and it makes the show all the more fun. What kind of crazy plot device are they going to use next to explain what just happened? Is it going to be twins? 2 teenagers doing work for a mob boss? Or maybe it's a cult of shirtless football players threatening a serial killer?
We will find you. We will hunt you. And we will end you.
Its sheer ridiculousness is what sets it apart from other shows. Sure, there's an overarching plot and the actors might seem like they're actually taking it seriously. but they walk the line of ridiculousness and seriousness perfectly. Which brings me to my last point of interest. The reason Riverdale works as much more than just a teen drama where others fail. Balance. Riverdale wouldn't be the first show to not take itself seriously. On the CW alone, Supergirl and The Flash have done crossover musical episodes, and Legends of Tomorrow, well...
I love you.
The balance between a somewhat coherent story, seriousness, and self-awareness is what differentiates Riverdale from other shows. It's not constantly making fun of itself, it often remains to have a serious tone, but the self-awareness is always there. Riverdale knows when to poke fun at itself and when to stay serious. For instance, the climax of Riverdale's musical episode actually ended like this.
I don't think that's part of the show. Oh my god.
Somebody should help her. For God's sakes, help her!
Meanwhile, the last Legends of Tomorrow finale, one that was built up for quite a while, ended like this.
People want cuddles.
In Legends of Tomorrow, the climax of the season was one big joke. I enjoyed it, it was funny, but it did lessen the plot for me. Its plot has now become second to its comedy. Riverdale is not afraid to poke fun at itself, but knows when to move the plot forward. I actually do like Legends of Tomorrow, and I think they're one of the best at actually poking fun at themselves and not taking this too seriously. But I do think they went overboard in their last finale. Riverdale is the gift that keeps on giving. Whether it's the bad dialogue, the ridiculous plot lines, shaky acting, or the self-aware jokes, there's always something for everyone. A bad show is objective. Riverdale is self-aware and succeeds in engaging the audience and taking them on a fun adventure. Whether that's actually enough to make it a good show is up to you.